mature bucks head into mid-October with a much different look than after it passes. When they come out the other side, they will look as though they've been transformed into a different species, one that's ready to run and fight for an entire month to ensure their genetics are passed on. While they are in transformation, though, they can be extremely difficult to locate. A combination of a cold front and plentiful food is one of the few things that can lead to success in these days.
Let him stop. Okay.
After a few close calls throughout the weekend, Dusty and his son Dawson had that exact combination on the final day of the Illinois youth firearm season.
Alright, we're back for evening 3, the last evening of 2024 youth season here in southern Illinois. What's the date today? The 15th? 14th? 14th today. Got a good cold front moved in. Temperatures are probably 20 degrees cooler than what they were yesterday, so we had a good hunt yesterday. The deer were pretty skittish when they were coming out, but they kind of settled down toward dark there. We ended up seeing 2 shooters at the other end of the field. One of the deer that Dawson was wanting to kill this year, he came out. We got just a little bit of footage of him. You really can't tell much about him. We just knew what deer it was. He's a big 8-year-old. He's a mainframe 7-point with some flyers. Real heavy rack deer. And that's kind of what he's got his sights set on. He's wanting to try to get that deer there. And if something else comes out, he may change his mind. I don't know. As of right now, that's the deer that in the area that we know that he's shooting for. I shot the gun a little bit today at some different ranges. The deer does come out at a farther range. We've got a good rest and everything like that. Dawson's an excellent shot, so I'll let him take a farther shot because I know he's very capable of making the shot because he shoots quite a bit. So, anyways, welcome back to Fall Pursuit, and we'll see what we see tonight, and hopefully get some good action for y'all. I'm kind of excited for tonight. I don't know what we're gonna see. I mean, the bucks are starting to tear up scrapes here. It's kind of, getting about that time, I mean, 10, 12 days or something like that, they're really going to be starting to move. Actually, when we pulled up, there was already some does here. That's one thing that we do is, so it's a pretty far to walk back in here, and we've got a lot of ag, so we can't just drive straight to it. And instead of walking down the edge of the woods and stuff like that, these deer, they're used to the side-by-side or the tractor or whatever. And we have my wife Tiff. She brought us back here and dropped us off, and that side-by-side, them deer just kind of bounced off, probably just in the thicket a little bit, and I'm sure they'll be back out here in a little bit. But it seems like they can handle that a lot better than they can for a person walking in and spooking them. That's just something that we've done for quite a while, and they don't seem to affect them, So, sit back, guys. I have a good feeling for this evening. Hoping Dawson gets the gnarly 7. I think he's just a 3-year-old deer. It might not be, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
That dog was staring right at us.
Here comes a dandy. See? He's put his head down.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna walk on out here, so. He's messed up on one side.
Yeah, he is.
He's big though. Oh man, he's a really nice deer. Get your rangefinder out and see what you get him at. When he stops, take your safety off.
I can't really see.
Huh?
I can't see.
He'll go to that edge there. Now he's quartering away, so. Take him there, take him there. He's gonna walk in the woods. Let him stop. Okay.
He's dead. He's dead. I was sitting on him the whole time. I was sitting on him the whole time.
Holy cow. Oh, watch him and reload. Reload.
Congratulations, bud. That is one heck of a deer, guys. And that is a
Huge.
brute. A brute.
He's a nice one.
That's a big rack, real heavy, lots of mass. Just got one really messed up side. But it's October, guys, and I mean, I think it's the 14th today, right?
Yeah, it says 14th.
14th today.
First like cold day.
Look
basically.
at the neck on that thing. That thing he is a monster. And what a deer. What a deer. That's what you call a true mature buck. I mean, he's 7+. I'm proud of you, bud.
Thank you.
You shot him a little bit high and he just dropped him. And he didn't go too far. He just barely made it into the edge of the woods there. And so it worked out pretty good. We're having a heck of a year in fall pursuit, ain't we?
So far, yeah. So far it's pretty good.
We're doing good. The wood boys are putting it to him.
2 days after Dawson filled his firearm tag, I head out to a promising spot on one of Dusty's farms for a cool evening sit overlooking a clover plot.
What's up, everybody? It's October 16th. I'm out here on one of Dusty's farms again, same one we've been hunting, where we've got a lot of shooter bucks. There's 2 less now because Dusty got one down, and then Dawson got one down the last day of youth season at the beginning of this week. But there's still plenty in here, and one of them in particular was real close to here. Dusty got a little bit of video of him right at last light, the night before he killed. He's just an old, huge-bodied deer. Doesn't have a ton on his head, but big bases. You can tell he's just an old, mature deer. I'd really like to see him or any other number of shooter bucks that have been running around in here. So this is a spot that he calls the kill spot. I didn't ask him why he calls that, but I could take a good guess. It sets up really well. There's a lot of trails that work through this cover that's on any side of this little clover plot he's got cut out in front of me. I got the wind blowing right in my face back over here into this open bean field across the railroad tracks, so sets up really good for this kind of wind. We had a cold front move through early this week. Yesterday was pretty windy. Today it's laid down a lot. We're still having some gusts here and there, but it's nothing like it was yesterday. So I was excited for yesterday evening's hunt and didn't see anything. I'm even more excited about it tonight, so hopefully something to come in here. If nothing else, I can get some video of it, but I really like to get a chance at something, get on the board and keep the momentum going. So stay tuned and maybe I'll bring you something in a little bit.
As I watched does working in and out of the food plot, Dusty was set up on the same farm when Dawson sent him the text that every hunter loves to get during the season.
I know it's not quite time to get down, but I haven't seen much this evening. Excuse me, I've still got a cold. I'm pretty pumped up right now. You guys are probably wondering why. Well, I just got a text message from my son, and this is his first year bow hunting, and he just messaged me and told me he shot a giant. He's hunting about a mile from me in Canyon. Said he got a good hit and everything like that, so I'm hoping. You just never know, but I'm so excited. I tell you what, if my family doesn't kill another deer this year and we get Dawson's deer, how much better of a year could a guy have? I'm praying that we find Dawson's deer. He went to a spot where I'd been getting some pictures of some really good deer. I guess just a proud dad moment right now. I mean, he's did a lot as far as picking up a bow for his first time was this year. And shooting, getting comfortable. You know, I didn't really want him taking any more than 20-yard shots. Evidently he ranged this deer. He said he was 17 yards, so he said he smoked him. I hope we get to show you guys a really nice deer. I know it ain't gonna be on film, but it's gonna be a real special recovery for me. It's pretty exciting. You know, I get just as pumped up, if not more, when somebody else goes out there and kills a really nice deer. It don't even have to be a nice deer, just their first deer. Just watching the excitement of another person. That's what it's about. You know, I've been fortunate to kill some really big deer, several big deer in my life, and to watch somebody else's reaction and to hear them talk after they've shot their deer, and especially when they first lay eyes on it, there's nothing more special than that. I mean, this is why, one reason we hunt, not only for the food, but for the camaraderie, I guess you want to say. I wish more people understood more about it. You know, I guess I'm gonna get down and pack things up and cross my fingers, because I hope we get to use this as part of an interview before we go track this deer. Stay tuned. Hopefully we get to show you guys Dawson's recovery on his deer. We really thank you for watching Fall Pursuit. It's I thank Canyon for having me on the show and letting me show some hunts and try to get some of my knowledge out there, and some of my experience that I've had and stuff. It's kind of brought back an old feeling, you know, that I've lost. The excitement, the deer that I shot the other evening, you know, that was just unbelievable. I mean, I thought I had lost it, but the challenge of getting a deer on film by yourself, it just makes it a challenge, you know, and it's just great. All right, I'm gonna get off here. Hopefully we see a big deer here in a bit. You see that? Just keep going on the trail right there.
I can just...
Yeah. What do you think of that?
Heck yeah.
So the first bow kill.
A lot bigger than mine.
You're excited, ain't you?
Yeah. So today I basically came out to kill this guy. And I was really hoping he came out, but my dad set me up in this stand over here, and he said that the deer usually don't come out till around 5:30 to 6:30. And 6 o'clock rolls around and I'm sitting here not seeing a single deer the whole time, and I'm like, oh man, my dad probably put me somewhere bad. He's probably about to go kill some big buck. But I'm just about 6:15 rolls around and still nothing, so I decided to get on my phone, and I was actually watching episode 2 of the episode, and
Fall Pursuit.
yeah, Fall Pursuit. Yeah, I was gonna, a Fall Pursuit, and I hear a crunch, and I kind of like glance up, and I glance back down. There'd been a coon running around me this whole time, so I just figured it was the coon. I glance up, glance down, and then I glance up again, and this guy's just standing 20 yards right in front of me. And first I was like, what the? So I obviously turned off my phone real quick and set it down. And he walks like behind a tree. So that's whenever I take my time to stand up and take my bow off of my rack, and I'm ready, and he walks right out about 17 yards, and I rear back and I shoot. And my arrow didn't even go through him, it actually stuck in him. But I was positive I smoked him. And you know, I had the real buck shakes, you know. I was shaking, you know. And I told Dad, and I was positive I smoked him. And we came out here and tracked him, and it actually took quite a long track, but he's dead. So I mean,
Bucked out now.
yeah, I mean, nothing else to shoot this year besides some does.
I'll tell you what.
Yep.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Back to back.
Yep. What's that, your second one in 3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No better way to do it.
That's right. It's awesome.
This is your very first bow kill.
Yep.
I think, I don't even know what mine was, a button buck or something. It was my first buck or something, I think. But I'm proud of you, bud.
Thank you.
Good job.
On the heels of another successful hunt from the Wood clan, I make my way to the North Farm to sit at the bottom of a freshly cut cornfield. Though the cold front has come and gone, I hope one of the shooters that have recently appeared on my trail cameras will show up in daylight.
What's up, everybody? It's the evening of October 20th. I'm back up here at the North Farm. This is my third sit up here on this property. Yesterday I sat in the timber set on the north side of this while they were out here shelling the corn, and talked to the farmer afterwards. He said there were a ton of deer down here on the south end, so this is the first good one I've had to be down here. I kind of wanted to be down here yesterday, but they were working and the wind just wasn't right. So got a good southwest wind. Should work well for this rhino blind that we got set up. We hunted it some last year. I didn't have any luck out of it, but 2 years ago I shot Ghost, a buck we didn't end up finding, but I shot him out of a tree just right over here, back to my north a little bit in this same little patch of trees. So I know it's a good spot, and I expect the deer to come out tonight and feed once the shade gets out in here. It is a little warm. Between that and it being the middle of October, the lulls hit pretty hard the last few days, and if you're one of those people that doesn't believe in it, you should come hunting with me and check my cameras through the middle of the month, because it's been slow. It always seems to be slow these few days, but I'm still going to give it a shot tonight. I'm looking forward to next weekend. That's when it's going to start getting serious, I think. We'll have some colder weather moving in, and as we get closer to Halloween, the hunting should get better. I have had a few bucks show up at night on this farm in the last week and a half, so I mean, there's 3 or 4 bucks that I would love to shoot, but I haven't seen. I've only got one daytime picture of any of them, and I haven't actually laid eyes on any of them yet. There's a handful of young bucks up here as well, 2 and 3 year olds that look really nice that I'd like to get some video of. But other than that, I don't know if I'd shoot a doe tonight. It just depends. Maybe if it was perfect, but I mean, the last 2 hunts I've had up here, I haven't even seen that, so we'll see. Maybe they'll work their way out here in the last hour or so, and I'll be able to bring you guys some footage. So this will be my last hunt of the week either way, so I appreciate you guys tuning in to another episode, and hopefully we can close it out with something good. Evening. Had that one little buck come out pretty early, about 5 o'clock, but that's been it so far. I thought maybe when the sun got down and shaded out this bottom field they'd come out and feed, but it hasn't been the case. So I'm not saying nothing's going to show up in the last half hour. If it does, I'll show it to you, but if not, I appreciate you guys tuning in this week. It's another awesome episode. I was glad to see Dawson get bucked out, take his first deer with a bow, and for it to be a buck like that, that's even better. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did bringing it to you, and we'll see you next week.
Well, tell us what you think, Dawson.
I think he was worth the kill.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the kill. He's a nice one.
I tell you what, if my family doesn't kill another deer this year, and we get Dawson's deer, how much better of a year could a guy have?
The lulls hit pretty hard the last few days, and if you're one of those people that doesn't believe in it, you should come hunting with me and check my cameras through the middle of the month, because it's been slow. It always seems to be slow.
Though it's one less week we now have to hunt, we are far from disappointed to see this one pass. While Dawson was able to find unbelievable success in a 3-day span, tagging out for the year, the rest of the team struggled through the infamous lull. We now look forward to better days, though. While the best are still on the more distant horizon, the week ahead has proved to be fruitful in the past. We hope that it will be again as we continue our fall pursuit.